Hiya folks, JD here, and today, as we're taking out the Eachine EX1 tomorrow, I thought I'd go into this in a bit more detail and look at replacing these propellers, as it is slightly different to doing it with a standard quadcopter. Now these aren't push pins, these are self-tightening brushless motors, and what you need to do in order to replace one of these propellers is you need to use this little included tool which comes in the pack. Now what this tool does is it holds the motor housing down like that, just so that you can get the propeller in there nice and steady, and you're not actually putting too much pressure on the motor as well. Plus you can get a nice tight fit. Now there's a couple of things to remember with these propellers. They are quite sharp. Now they're not sharp enough to take your finger off, but they are sharp enough to give you a little nick in the side of the hand there. Now what you've got here is we've got the A propeller and the B propeller. So, and if you don't know, the way the propellers run on a quadcopter is they run diagonally. So you'll have A and A, B and B. So what I've done is I've taken off one A and one B propeller just to show you how they go on, because the A propellers go on in a different way to the B propellers. One of them goes on clockwise and the other one goes on anti-clockwise. If memory serves, I think it's A that goes on clockwise and B that goes on anti-clockwise. So for this, what we're going to do is we're just going to take our little motor tool and hook her onto there, and then we're going to put the propeller on, and then we're going to spin the propeller on quite nicely. Now I'm probably going to speed this bit up. To get further down to the locking part of, as you get further down the thread, you are going to come across, like I just have there now, that the propeller tool may need to be switched onto another little hook on the motor housing, just so that you can finish putting the propellers on. Now don't put them on too tight, they are self-tightening, but what I like to do is I like to put them on thumb tight, just tight enough so that I know when I'm flying one isn't going to come flying off. But still, I like to have it on there just just enough so that I know that I'm confident enough in knowing that it's not going to come off as I'm flying. Now let's put the B propeller on. As you'll notice, this goes on a different way, as I mentioned earlier. Still using the tool, as you can see, just to hold on to the housing. And as you get further down, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. There we go. And that's it. So now, once we turn her on, there we go. You saw, I don't know if you saw it, but the little propeller's just moved ever so slightly. And now we're good enough to take this up in the air. So another thing I wanted to look at today as well is, obviously we've got the propellers on there. That's how you replace them. You get two packs with this. One pack is the A propellers, and the other pack is the B propellers. If I put this to one side, I wanted to give you a quick overview of this telemetry screen on this transmitter as well. There we go. You've got speed modes, you've got photo modes, you've got number of satellites up in the top, you've got battery percentage of the quadcopter, you've got battery percentage of the transmitter, you've got signal relay from the transmitter to the quadcopter, you've got longitude and latitude, you've got speed, you've got distance, you've got if you're in GPS mode, if you're in return to home, or if you're in indoor altitude hold mode. There are so many different things on this telemetry screen. I just wanted you to see it a little bit more in detail, because I think it's something that should not be overlooked. I love telemetry screens. They give you an insight in so much information, and this one has given me the most information I've ever seen on one. And I just wanted to share that with you as well, folks. So there we are. So that's just a little quick video just to show you exactly how to replace the propellers if you ever need to on this particular quadcopter. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening, folks. Tomorrow we've got the flight. Finally, bring it on. So there we are. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.